Hey, let's just do one more anxiety video, check-in video for myself of how you doing? How you doing, Jay? Because you're not feeling that great. And yeah, yeah. I actually made a point of going out and doing a little physical activity of trimming. We have a fig tree in our backyard, and it's like, oh God, I really don't feel like doing anything mentally or creatively, so I'm just going to go in the backyard and do some yard work and get that done, which was good. But and then I've come in and done my vocal exercises, my physio exercises, reading out the poems, and my vocal video for the day, which is good. And it's like I'm glad I pressed record on the vocal video because I really wasn't feeling it, but once I got into it, that was good. But I do feel at this point kind of an underlying lethargy, maybe sadness going on at the moment. And it's good to stop and just kind of feel that and go, okay, you are feeling that way. That's that just let myself feel that and accept that I'm gonna have some days that just we all do. We all have some days where you're just not feeling that hot, and it's probably been going on for a little while for me. A part of it might be not. I don't. It's one of these things. I've been working on an Orlando Furioso video for the longest of time that I'm just not getting past it. And I don't know if I'm not getting past it because I'm feeling depressed, or not getting past the video is making me feel depressed. And then there's the thing of like, there are not hundreds of people waiting for my Orlando Furioso video. I am going to most likely publish this publicly, and 15 people might click on it, and one or two people might be kind enough to make a comment on it, but it's pretty niche, and I'm not somebody who's at this point still got any of the skills necessary to make this more interesting to more people than just myself. Especially since the nature of the video is it's basically hi, I've read half of Orlando Furioso and here are a few thoughts, which you know is not super enthralling, which maybe is a part of the reason why I've been struggling with, like, why am I doing this? What am I doing? I've definitely enjoyed going back through the first half of the poem and getting things straight and rereading things. That has been valuable, but I stopped in like December, at the very end of December. I stopped, and I've been kind of fiddling and kind of trying to get further on this, and I have not gotten further on this. And part of it is just sort of is a mental block on my part, and it's sort of blocking up me doing anything else. I mean, I could set it aside, but if I set it aside, then I would just never. And I really want to get back to actually reading the poem itself, this really Jeezly long poem myself. So there's a couple of things going on. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of blue. A part of that is my own failings. Um, yeah, a part of it might be just like, how I'm feeling in relation to this whole project. I I'm consistently continuing to do private videos, but I haven't done a public video in the longest of times. And yeah, yeah, that sucks. And it was coming from a point where I was thinking, it's like, okay, I'm going to do a couple of videos each month, and I'm going to try and maybe do one more honed, and then maybe one or two that are less, more just me turning on the camera and talking and doing stuff that way. And I do a lot of turning on the camera and just talking like this, but nothing that I'm particularly wanting to release more widely, release to my rapt audience of 10 people who don't give a fuck, versus you know, the zero people who give a fuck on this channel, which I'm intensely grateful that there's nobody actually watching on this channel, or else I would most likely freeze up on this channel and then would have to make another channel. So yeah, this is just my therapy video. This is my therapy video. Where do I want to go from here? I think I would like to try and gather up all the stuff I have on Orlando Furioso, and tomorrow make a rough video with those bits. Probably what I'm going to do today, what I'll do today is I will print out my notes on Orlando Furioso. I was kind of hesitant to do that, but it's like, no, I'll print them out. And what I will do is I will go through them, select the bits that it's like, okay, these are the bits I want to talk about with the examples that I want to talk about. Go from there, and put all those bits together, and then stand in front of the camera and do another rough video talking about Orlando Furioso. Not the finished product, but just kind of very roughly do that. And then on Saturday, so do that tomorrow, and then on Saturday, I'd like to make a video. And yeah, whatever I make, just release that, and don't put a lot of pressure on it. It's a review video, and review videos don't do well for people who are really good at stuff like this. So, you know, accept that it's just kind of, it's a stone dropped in it's a pebble dropped in an ocean, and don't be upset that nobody notices your pebble dropping in the ocean. That's just how it goes. And really, it's deservedly so. I know nothing about Orlando Furioso. This is just impressions of an extreme novice on a work that he doesn't have really any background or any standing to actually talk about. All I've got to talk about is my reaction to it and my enthusiasm for it. But take that, do that, and then on Sunday I will get to continue reading Orlando Furioso, which will be the big my reward for it, and continue on with the work, because I've really enjoyed it, and that makes me feel a little bit better. There's still kind of an underlying, I don't know, I think for me there's always a sort of a certain level of underlying sadness, melancholy, self-hatred, dislike, that there's you know, insecurity in me, which is, you know, it's probably why the people aren't dumb, that kind of comes across in my videos. But with whatever success I have had, I think when I am enthusiastic about something, that also comes across. And, you know, try and channel that enthusiasm into a video. Try and communicate that joy, that love of, wow, I'm really glad I'm reading this. This is fun. This is fascinating in so many different ways. Try and capture that in the video, and try and distill it as best I can. That's all I can do. And take it easy on myself. I guess that's the only other thing I can do as well. All right. I have been Jay. More videos later, including an Orlando Furioso video. Whoa.